Hello, my fabulous class. Congratulations on finishing Unit 3. You did a great job with your Padlet post and your first quiz. So I hope that you felt that it was straightforward and perhaps you even saw some of the questions that I've asked you in the previous units show up on the quiz. So you should have a better understanding of the concept of self and identity because we are going to move on to Unit 4. This unit, we are covering Chapter 4 of the textbook, and that's on race and racism, which we could talk about for the rest of the semester, really, but we are going to cover it in one unit. There is so much we can cover with race and racism, but what we are going to do is draw our attention to what one student pointed out, which is that our own understanding of race can be better understood by hearing about someone else's experiences through life in which they experienced racism as well. And that reference was in relation to Chimamanda Ngozi Adichie, which is, or she is a Nigerian author, but who I want to draw your attention to today is also Mr. Trevor Noah from South Africa. I want to read a bit of his book, Born a Crime, which is a hilarious read on his experience surviving apartheid as a mixed child because which made him born a crime because it was illegal and immoral for a white person and a black person to have sex and therefore have a child. So I'm going to read from his chapter called Chameleon, and this is in relation to what we're covering in chapters 3 and 4 of Negrescence, when you realize that you are basically black, or you have to choose, or you have some kind of recollection. Now, I know that the theory of negrescence is for African Americans specifically, but it technically can apply in the situation that I'm about to read because he's going through the same type of process of recognizing that he's black. Let me set the tone. He is at school and he is mixed, so they put him with the lighter white kids, and he is making a decision kind of to go and onto the playground, and he has to basically choose which side he will go with because all the black kids go one way and all the white kids go another way. So he's telling his teacher, he says, "I'd like to switch over," I told her. "I'd like to go to the B classes," because he was put in the A classes. She was confused. "Oh no," she said, "I don't think you want to do that." "Why not?" "Because those kids are, you know." "No, I don't know. What do you mean?" "Look," she said, "you're a smart kid. You don't want to be in that class. But aren't the classes the same? English is English, math is math." "Yeah, but that class is... those kids are going to hold you back. You want to be in the smart class." "But surely there must be some smart kids in the B class." "No, there aren't. But all my friends are there." "You don't want to be friends with those kids." "Yes, I do." We went back and forth. Finally, she gave me a stern warning. "You do realize this, the effect this will have on your future. You do understand what you're giving up. This will impact the opportunities you'll have open to you for the rest of your life." "I'll take that chance." I moved to the B classes with the black kids, and I decided I'd rather be held back with people I liked than move ahead with people I didn't know. Being at H.A. Jack made me realize I was black. Before that, recess, I'd never had to choose, but when I was forced to choose, I chose black. The world saw me as colored, but I didn't spend my life looking at myself. I spent my life looking at other people. I saw myself as the people around me, and the people around me were black. My cousins are black, my mom is black, my gran is black. I grew up black because I had a white father, because I'd been in white Sunday school. I got along with the white kids, but I didn't belong with the white kids. I wasn't a part of their tribe, but the black kids embraced me. "Come along," they said. "You're rolling with us." With the black kids, I wasn't constantly trying to be. With the black kids, I just was. And that was from pages 58 to 59 of Trevor Noah. And he's talking about when he had to decide to pick a side, because in his time where it was illegal to be, basically on both sides of the fence, he had to choose. And I think that this is just an example of maybe he was not really aware of, the obviously apartheid that he was in, being that he was a child. But you come to a point where you kind of have to, you're either told that you're black or you're told that you're white, or you have to pick a side. And so that is just an example of his probably recollection of one of his first experiences where he had to choose to be black. So hopefully, through hearing other people's experiences through the discussion, your own reflections on racial development, you will be able to start to formalize your own theory as to how you identify and how you identify the way that you do. All right, so progress through the unit. I think the next step is to look at the unit objectives and then scroll down and click next to continue. All right, take care. Bye-bye.